Hello, I'm Rowan. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I am a librarian, a Unitarian witch, and an advocate for the LGBTQ community, as well as a beauty and fashion enthusiast. If any of that sounds interesting to you, or if the intersections of that sound interesting to you, please hit like down below. I'd really be thrilled to grow this community. Today, I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me in order to do some filming later. So I've already put on my moisturizer, my sunscreen, my serums, as well as my foundation, because that just doesn't seem like the most interesting part of the process. So let's go ahead and get into this. Before we get started, grab your tea, grab your water, whatever you're hydrating with today. I'm hydrating with some ginger honey crystal tea, drinking out of my Persephone's Bees cup. The ginger lemon honey, sorry, is just, I get it from 99 Ranch Market. You can probably get it from your local import store if they have an Asian import section, or if you have a local Asian market. We'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, I've already done my base and everything. So the next thing I'm gonna do is some powdering. And I am gonna powder, of course I'm gonna powder. I am gonna powder with, to show you all what I do as a middle-aged, am I middle-aged? Wow. Person. I don't do the baking or heavy powder anywhere. I like to keep a glowy skin, but you can see the difference between before I powdered and now. That the little shine that goes here can make this look a little more droopy, and so cleaning that up really helps. Something to note is that I never do a big heavy makeup. I powder around my mouth in order to set this. I'm often drinking throughout the day and talking, and just, we want to keep this kind of still, and also don't want to be too glowy or sweaty or anything like that in those areas. So yeah, I just do minimal powdering in those places, and I think that really helps my skin look fresh, but also hides some of those places that might draw attention that I don't want to have attention at. So next I'm going in with, I don't have my glasses on, this blush. This is by Armani. It's a cream blush, and it's my favorite, and I've hit pan on it, and I don't know where to get it anymore. I don't even know where I got it to begin with. I've had it for a while, but it just blends in really nicely to my skin and just creates kind of a natural glow. Not really a natural flush, because when I flush I'm kind of blotchy red, but just like I've gotten a little bit of sun as opposed to a little bit of flush. Do a little bit of that right there. Sometimes I go across here, but it just depends on the vibe for the day. So one of the things that I want to do with this channel is talk about ways to have self-care and ways to to refresh ourselves so that we can jump forward into the work that we have to do. Working in, this is just powder on my eyes. I forgot to do that when I was powdering the rest of my face. Working in libraries right now, we have a lot of concerns for our patrons and what they're experiencing and finding ways to serve them and help them. And every day can be a little exhausting and a little emotionally overwhelming. And if you haven't looked into what public libraries are doing these days, spend some time with that. I'll spend some time talking about that. My friends will often say how much they learn about libraries just from me talking about them. And so we're not just about books. We're about community and supporting the communities that we serve with the resources and information, because libraries are all about information. Books are about information, and libraries have expanded that to mean other forms of information and other forms of support. And so after a work week, sometimes I feel like I just need to stay in my own space and not really go out and be with people. And sometimes I feel like the most important thing, no matter how I feel about it, is to go out and be with community. And so some of the ways that we can do that might seem frivolous, but just remember that the whole oxygen mask metaphor, you have to take care of yourself and find the ways that you can support your resilience in order to support your resistance, in order to support the work that you have to do, either in your daily work or in your advocacy after work. Or if you're part of a marginalized community, just getting through your day, seeing people that you love or people who are part of your community being hurt. And so one of the ways that I do that right now is with beauty and magic, and putting them together and finding ways in my daily life to bring a little fortitude and a little solace when I'm putting on my makeup or when I'm putting on my fragrance. I'm taking a moment to think about, like, what colors am I wanting to wear today? What I'm wanting to imbue myself with as I'm getting ready. And then that kind of creates a bubble, a second skin over me that feels fortifying and harder to penetrate. And so finding things that work for you, makeup and fragrance may not be the way that you do that. Hot bubble baths and tea may not be the way that you do that. But find the things that soothe you and make space for them in your life. And most importantly, don't feel like it's a betrayal to have them. Because if you don't take care of yourself and you burn out, then you're not there. You're not there in the community giving the support that you could be giving. And you're not there in the community receiving the support that you could be receiving. And I think both of those things are equally important. So I just put on some Natasha Denona. This is my little travel palette. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lip oil just because I'm talking a lot and I feel like that will help. There we go. So this is e.l.f. It is the best lip oil that I have found. Second is Merit's lip oil, but Merit's lip oil costs like 2 or 3 times more than this does. And this is really nice. Merit's is more pigmented. This is feels more nourishing. I highly recommend both, but for the price point, I think people expect for the e.l.f. to be not as good, but it's really a quality product in my opinion. For my needs, I don't think I'm gonna do more color with the eyes. I'm just gonna blend that a bit. So in filming, I have to get used to not opening my mouth in the way that, you know, I grew up watching my mom and my aunts do when they're applying makeup. Because you all don't want to look inside of my mouth. And I'm not that great at editing yet. Next, I'm going to use some Urban Cowboys. Space Cowboy, just to add some glitter. I feel like it creates a nice, I tried kind of look without having to actually go into doing too much. Like I said, my tummy has been on the sad side, and so I don't want to be doing too much. I'm getting ready to film some more things, I hope, and so I'm keeping this to a very minimum. And also when I'm getting ready for work and most of my daily life stuff, this is what I do, like just really simple and basic. The colors may change, but I'm not going full glam to go to the library. This is Surratt, and I think it's one of the best brow products that I've ever used. It's along the lines of Boy Brow, which was around for quite some time. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but most people who are big in the makeup world have heard of that. And this is a similar product, but I feel like it adds more volume to the brows, as well as holding better. And so, yeah, I really like it, as I will definitely be repurchasing that. And then finally is the mascara, and this is by Tarte, and it's a tubing mascara. And for me, this is the most lengthening mascara that I have found. I've been on a hunt for mascaras, because you can see my eyelashes don't exist. They're very thin and very short. And so something that can build on itself the way a tubing mascara can adds quite a lot of length and volume. And I like that. I was getting fake lashes, the kind you have put on every 2 weeks. But the cost of that is just not something I could continue to justify. I got a Groupon or something for the first set, and then I liked it so much I just kept doing it. But after a while I realized that there were other things I really would rather be putting that money into. However, if I could find a way to get it done for less money, I would absolutely do it, because I love the way my eyes look with the longer lashes. I feel like because I have hooded eyes, like severely hooded eyes, made my eyes look less droopy and more bright and open. And that's it. That is the look for the day. I will be back later with some hair, and then I have a couple of perfume videos that I hope to shoot today. So again, I just want to, I think I kind of lost my train of thought. Remember that joy is resistance, trans joy is resistance, Black joy is resistance, and community, especially community in a capitalist society, is resistance. So rest, resist, renew, recover. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.